man, I forget who.
You talking about the dude I brought to the room?
Yeah. But he not a street dude though. I forget his name.
What is that nigga name? That nigga been. What is his name? He's a rapper. Damn, I forget his name. I seen the nigga. The nigga's on. He was on the TV show Catfish. I seen him. He was on Catfish.
Yeah.
He was on a promo clip. Yeah.
I can't recall his name though.
What was he doing on Catfish?
Nigga, he was addressing somebody with catfishing him.
God damn.
Yeah, that's the other thing. They said I'm a catfish because I have an animated PTR. I'm like, hello, do you not see it's animated? That's crazy. But anyway, I don't know what that rapper is you're talking about.
Uh-oh.
Hmm? He didn't stutter that time, did he, Wack?
Just got real.
Yeah, that motherfucker.
Thomas.
It just got real.
Thomas is keeping tabs on me. He knows what I drink every day.
G, what up? What up, my nigga?
Bonjour.
What up, Sebastian?
Hey, nah, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, yeah, Fuego was looking hella happy to have been in conversation with you. You must have told him some good shit. They was like, yeah, man, he laced us with some good. The Fuego people with that little thing that you posted up with Jeremy.
Talking about the Jeremy dude.
He talking about siempre, bro.
I moved a few pieces around, added a few pieces, got rid of a few pieces.
They said you was able to do more in a second than what niggas be doing. They said he did some shit quick.
130-minute conversation. 130-minute
opened up some shit. Sometimes you gotta show nigga who really got the juice. You know what I mean? Not trying to flex on niggas, but just showing them like, hey, like I know I know you got your little shit going, but let me show you this. Then like you said, I had to humble myself and step back and say, hey, OG's got it, man. He been in the game longer than me. And that was really the goal, just to show him like, bro, you need to be a little bit more humble. You know, here just, hold up. Don't look at Wack just as some nigga out of Pacoima and he just on here punking shit like, hold on. He could make some phone calls and make some shit move for you.
Some nigga can't think past go.
Well, the only reason why I went that way because Brother Latif, the black man company, they don't want to listen to me, so
he don't want to fuck with you on it.
Yeah, Latif, that's how the black people do, bro.
Yo, they be leery of us, huh? Of course they be leery as fuck to do
black people don't want to fuck with me.
Latif is like, I'm not to differ. Latif is saying no.
Latif, no, they don't want to fuck with it. It's cool.
Yo, Wack, I keep telling you, like, you gotta get back on the phone and have a conversation, bro. Like, let's do it.
Latif, I'm gonna tell you this. Until you are in a position of control, that company will be stagnated. They need to let you.
Look, I got it. I got it figured out. We got it straightened out, bro. We got the whole thing straightened out.
They need to let you have the steering wheel.
Well, we got everything straightened out, and as soon as we can get back on the phone with you and have that meeting, you know what I'm saying, like we spoke about before, I promise you that we got everything straightened out. It could work for everybody.
Oh. You know what that means? Y'all gonna come with some more crazy shit. Y'all broke my heart. I came in there looking like a prune, left that motherfucker looking like a banana. Fuck with y'all.
They don't got a.
It broke my heart. Yo, is that unheard?
Unheard was up there.
Out the gate. I'm unheard.
Hey, yo, Wack.
Yeah, what up?
Yo, I got a quick question for you, my guy. This Big Doc, man. And this shit happened to me this morning, man. So I want, just asking you, because I know you on that side. If if you see me in the street and I, just a general greet, I'm like, man, what's up, man? What's cracking with you? How you feeling? How would you respond to that?
I'm going to tell you, I'm feeling all right. How about you?
Perfect. The only reason I say that, man, I actually went to this nigga P's room. He bought me up. You know what I'm saying? I introduced myself, and I'm like, man, just trying to see what's cracking with the room. This nigga talking about, man, we don't say this shit over here, man. That's a Crip word. Man, what the fuck are you talking about, my
What's
nigga?
What's a Crip word? That nigga sounds so crazy.
Man, and I'm trying to tell this
That's
nigga,
a nigga that don't know nothing about nothing. He swear he know about everything.
Hey, yo, Wack, he ain't nobody, Wack. We did our homework on him.
That nigga ain't nobody. That's crazy.
No, and I told the nigga, like, nigga, I grew up in L.A., nigga. Like, nigga, you can't tell me you supposed to say bracket. Like, nigga, I'm not a blood. Why would I say that?
Cracking is a word. You know, if you got a nigga extra out, he'll say it different, but...
Exactly. Man.
Hey, man, where you going with all that ass like that? Where you going with all that ass like that?
Anyway, good morning, Olivia.
Good morning.
There's nothing you can do about it? No, don't lose weight. What you could... You ain't losing no 20... No, you ain't. You ain't losing no 20 pounds fucking with me. No, I didn't say it was too big. I'm saying it's kind of... Why you don't dress like the Muslim ladies, though? What's going on? Like, that's a whole lot going on.
Is that where you going with that, man? For real?
My daughter brought you that?
Yoga wear.
Yoga wear? But you ain't doing no yoga, though.
Their yoga classes are out there.
So, okay. Yeah. So.
Pick up my stuff and I'm going to come back.
Okay, yeah. I'm glad you going to come back. The key word, you said you going to come back. Because what I'm looking at, bro, shit, don't end up over there with none of them Italians or nothing. Them niggas with them boats and shit.
Yeah. Hey, y'all say good morning to She-Boss.
Morning, She-Boss.
She-Boss in the building.
She's there vicariously through Wack. He was pressing her about her yoga pants.
All over again. For real. For real. I just ate breakfast and don't even feel like it, girl. You ain't playing around this motherfucker.
I guess they're not fighting over bacon this morning.
What shoes you wearing, baby? Some tennis shoes?
Wack talked about Michael Jordan. That shit went viral.
Yo, what? I was gonna say that, like, Wack was the first one to kind of break that story.
Yeah, that shit talked about Michael Jordan and Mary J. Blige. That shit went viral.
It did. As soon as I posted it, it went viral. Well, nobody tripping it. Boy, I post that shit, it started popping up everywhere.
Hey, so that nigga, we know that nigga got big ass hands, right? So if he put his hand,
that nigga started at the top. He was on the top.
He grabbed a handful of that. They're trying to make excuses for him, like, oh, his hands is big, so they just.
No, I ain't gonna lie. It's a play move. It's a play move because I think we all have done it.
What happened?
Hey, bro, did they pull my shit down? Hold on.
Oh, the post?
Oh, no, they got it up. Damn, that motherfucker got 104,000. They own that shit.
What he do? What?
He tapped that ass. He started up the OG by the ribs and went to the small of the back and hit that ass cheek with that tap, double tap, pop, letting her know, girl, you know I'm at the motherfucking Ritz, girl, on the penthouse.
MJ on MJ.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, what up, Wack? It's Freakin' Worldwide. Can I tell you about the new Catfish going on?
I never knew about the old Catfish. What about the Catfish? But
so
I fuck with salmon and swordfish. I fuck with salmon and swordfish. But what happened with the Catfish?
Y'all be careful, man. So they have a fine girl walk up to you like you be on Miami Beach or on the beach. Fine girl walks up to you. They have a camera on her. And they say, what you gonna do? You start kissing on her. And they put the camera on and say, how you like that? He'd be like, oh, man, that was dope. And then they put the camera on the girl. How you like that? And it's a dude. And he says, hey, I like that.
And that's what she going to get her
no. And that's going viral. They catfishing people like that.
I've never seen that. I mean,
I ain't gonna lie. I'll shoot that nigga.
Yeah.
Who let a girl walk up to you?
I mean, first of all, who's sticking their tongue in the motherfucking stranger's mouth?
She look good as hell, though. When you see the girl, you be like, oh, my God.
Nah, that's some
yeah, I
freak
see
nasty
you
shit,
convincing
bro.
yourself on
Yeah.
trying
Listen.
I ain't doing it.
That nigga.
Yeah.
But look, would you consider a man gay if he did that on accident and didn't know?
Man, fuck all that, man. You ain't supposed to be putting your motherfucking mouth on motherfucking, like, man, listen.
Oh my God, you ain't just gonna kissing strangers, man. That's weird.
Listen,
Man, you
if he
motherfuckers
started
nasty.
smiling about it, I would. What you say?
I was just asking, because, motherfucker be quick to be like, oh, you gay?
They sent 2 missiles. Look.
I know they bombed you.
Hey, them niggas just bombed the airport in Ukraine. They ain't playing.
Oh, shit. Hey,
They bombed 3.
hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. Last night, when I saw that shit, I went straight to the gas station and filled up.
Yeah,
I was like,
Man, we ain't finna get involved in that shit.
man, gas is about to go up.
Wack, ain't no resources involved. That's why we ain't getting involved.
It definitely will affect the gas price.
Shout out to working from
gas
home.
prices, that's not the Middle East.
But hold on, Wack. Hold on, Wack. Ain't no resources involved in this shit. That's why America not. Hold on. They're actually sending people from Fort Campbell and Fort Bragg out there right now. Fort Bragg's already on the ground.
We are not going to get involved in that. We can't afford to get involved in that.
Thank you.
And we got to remember, China has vowed to protect Russia. We are not fucking with that.
I actually heard it's the other way around. So supposedly we vowed to protect Ukraine and China as our allies. So they saying if we
China
don't,
and Russia then clicked all the way up.
and I don't want to smoke with either one of them.
They letting that be known. First of all our resources locked up in China. We ain't fucking with that. 2, we can't afford to go to war right now. We cannot afford to go to war right now. Ain't no nigga, we coming off this corona shit. They still trying to get people, relief money. We cannot afford. Now, if we go to war, it got to be about if we win the war, we get something to make up for what we lost and some. But what we...
Facts, Wack. It got to be about
Ukraine used to be part of Russia. Russia is right. They cannot allow fucking Ukraine to position with nobody else. It's too close. Nigga, we get to setting up missiles in the Ukraine, bro. Russia in trouble. He ain't supposed to let that happen. That's just like us saying we're gonna let the Russians set up in Hawaii. Not gonna happen, bro.
Putin just said that anybody that interferes, that we gonna deal with something we ain't never have to deal with in our whole history.
The only people that can lock, that's Russia and China.
Hey, they said four, what the fuck is it? Russian tanks got blown up or something, got fucked up, destroyed or some shit.
This nigga unheard is special, so y'all gotta do that.
Well, I know Fort Bragg sent 1,800 troops over there though.
Hey, but I gotta tell y'all, like, you know what I'm saying? We gotta be careful though, because if America goes to war with Russia, that's a world war. That shit is, we really can't afford to do that.
Don't get it fucked up. Don't get it fucked up. We ain't no punks. We ain't no slouches. Don't get that fucked up. But just when they sit at the table, and the overall, I don't think. I mean, if it had been like Trump in there or something, or a nigga like Bush don't give a fuck, like, nigga, I'm going because I want to go. That nigga Biden ain't doing all that. Biden don't know what's going on, bro.
That nigga sleep, man. That nigga not doing nothing.
Hey,
we ain't seen Joe Biden or the female vice president. We ain't seen them. Like, this whole presidency is weird.
You know what? I can promise you one thing, man, and this is as a former military member myself.
What's her name?
We are already over there.
Camilla?
Trust me. We definitely have places over there. Yo, we trained. Before the Fort Bragg joint, trust me when I tell you, we are already there. No, we got troops training over there.
Kamala.
For sure.
It says it in the Bible, man. This is going to be World War III, the nuclear war, man. Y'all better get ready. Watch what I tell you.
What you mean, y'all
Ain't nobody worried about no damn man, they been talking about world wars forever, man. That shit don't never happen, man. Ain't nobody worried about that. It ain't no resources involved. That's why it ain't happening, man. Need to be resources, like Wack said, man. Middle East is resources, my nigga. Ain't nobody getting no resources in Russia in this war, my nigga. It don't matter.
You realize when they start showing those Ukrainian babies dying and people start seeing all the children dying, the world's gonna come together and get on them.
Just sanctions.
Well, no, there's already a viral video of a fighter jet bombing just a random house with a mom and baby in it.
See, this is the crazy part. When shit happen in other countries, everybody like, oh, America finna go over there and do this. Who the fuck gonna save and redeem us when we getting killed by the police and we going through shit? We went through a whole bunch of shit in this country. Ain't nobody ever sent a plane, a boat, or nothing to assist.
Thank you.
Where the fuck is our redemption at? Fuck, we worried about
exactly.
some shit all the way across the damn ocean.
You gotta understand, Reek, because we over there. Reek, Fort Bragg is in North Carolina. They there, bro. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah, but that don't...
niggas over there.
Bro,
hey,
but we
need to
here.
stay out of it.
But
yeah,
we're
we
here.
here as civilians.
No, but the military, Fort Bragg, all that shit, nigga, we're here. We got armies leaving this place to go protect people somewhere else, and they not even protecting motherfuckers here.
Y'all really think that if we go to the bring it to the U.S.?
And we over here going through it.
Yeah, hey, and then real quick, whoever said that, like, look.
Hot potato.
My bad, I got a phone call. But whoever said that, of course I knew, I was in the Marines as well, but Russia is moving like 150,000 troops here. We can't afford to match that. You know what I'm saying? We really can't.
Exactly.
But we're not going there by ourselves because they're deploying from UK right now too. Canada's deploying. Multiple countries in the NATO are deploying to this.
Bro, all they're doing is, bro, they moving because they gotta move. They ain't moving to move, bro. They moving to show, hey, all right, we don't know where this is going, but all right.
Ukraine's not even under NATO.
Yeah, that's true. Because we in Canada are only sending 450 dudes, but we gave them 500 million. But that's all we're doing.
450 people. Y'all could have kept them. 450.
Well, we're giving them money. Yep, that's it. But we're only giving them that because we're sending the high skilled people though. So we're sending fighter pilots, people with high skills. We're not selling troops on soil because we're part of Commonwealth and they're not doing that. That's the position of Commonwealth because we have to hold the fort with the UK because of the exit from Brexit. So they're only getting 450 from us, but we've given 500 million.
Oh my Jesus!
I'm gonna tell you, man, Canada, y'all could have kept those 450.
Well, the Canadian people didn't want them to send any. They didn't want them to send any.
Russia killed like
so that's why. They didn't want them to send any. So, but they just had to, like he said, they had to do something. So that's what they did. But they're not interested in that. The people here, they're of that mind. Like, look, this ain't got nothing to do with us. Leave them people alone.
Yeah, because Ukraine is not up under NATO. So
no.
Anybody
and this is all about the Minsk agreement. If you Google the Minsk agreement, you'll see there was part 1 and part 2. They already had an agreement in place. And then Ukraine is not even supposed to be one country. It's supposed to become 3. This shit happened after the USSR fell. So they broke it. So then the other side broke it. Then they assassinated the leader of one of the other sides. So now basically Ukraine's trying to retake back these 2 parts that are no longer part of Ukraine and call it all Ukraine. So that's why Russia is backing them up because these other 2 parts are backed by Russia. And this one part was backed by Germany. So amidst this one country, they have a big divide between the Muslims and the Nazis that came from Germany. So Russia sees it as they're defending the Muslim Russians that settled in that area against the ones that... So back when they did the Minsk agreement, it was Russia, Germany, and France that oversaw that deal. So Germany oversaw their part with their people, Russia oversaw their part, and France was in the middle. So that's why NATO isn't going to get full support for mass boots on soil because these people done had an agreement that this stuff all happened back in Obama's time, back in 2014, and it's been slowly climbing up to this. So that was one of the reasons that your last orange president was trying to be like good with Putin because he kind of knew that you guys kind of had your hands in the cookie jar, I bet, because y'all was giving one side weapons because you wanted to get closer to the side that had a border with Russia to keep an eye on Russia. So now he's protecting that side that has the border with Russia. So it's just the 2 biggest bullies on the play yard squaring off.
That's a whole history lesson.
Yeah, for real.
Oh shit!
I felt like I was in class. Yeah. Tell me more.
Sorry, the downfall of being a political science major. One of my degrees was political science, so we had to study it.
So it ain't gonna be no truce. Like, it ain't gonna stop. Is it ever gonna stop?
It's gonna stop. Like I said, this has been going on for 8 years, right? The only issue is that for 8 years, Russia didn't make a move. They made a move now because they know, as I said, they caught the U.S. red-handed giving weapons to one side. So that's why Putin issued the demands from NATO that NATO does not allow Ukraine. So what happened is imagine you have 3 countries, but they're on one landmass. So they divided and they agreed that they were going to divide. But one side really wants to take over the other side. So even though they don't own it, they then now went behind the back, got some guns, started doing some things. And then they went to NATO and said, we want to sign on as Ukraine. And when we sign on, we're going to sign on and take all those people land back as well and make it all part of Ukraine. So they were trying to do it on a diplomacy level because they couldn't win it on the ground. So Putin said, no, unless NATO says they will not allow Ukraine to sign on and reclaim these people's borders, we're going to have a problem. And because America knew their hand was kind of in the cookie jar, they was slow to move and they couldn't convince everybody else because remember, France was part of the original agreement. They're one of the biggest NATO allies with the U.S., so when they had their NATO meetings, they're not going to tell us that behind the closed doors that they're looking at him like, what did you do? Because this started back when your president now would have been vice president. So he would have been part of that agreement that went under the table and did what they did. So that's kind of the situation of how it's playing out now. But it's not going to become full scale like that because the reality is, and you can go and look at all of this, currently Russia has more nukes than you. Without any allies. Mm-hmm. They have more nukes than you. They have more ballistics than you. And they have more men than you. Period. Right now. Period. At the point in time, you had more. And when you start talking allies, you have to look at who are in the G7, and you're going to understand how that split comes. That's why it's 7 of them, because the UK is normally the swing vote.
You hit the nail right on the head.
Exactly.
But all you guys talking about, they sending troops. They're sending troops to the NATO nations, which is Romania and Poland, to protect the borders.
Right, to just protect their borders. Because remember, if when you have bombs and things going off, there's nuclear, but even before that, you have all the radiation and all the side effects of it, right? So that's why when you hear, we heard, we're only sending 450. We're not sending 450 to fight Putin's guys. These are the guys that are going to go and patrol those airspaces of the neighboring countries that are part of NATO because they're high-skilled, fighter jets to warn them and people that operate the drones and people that operate, the different surveillance things. Nobody's trying to go to war with Putin. You guys got to understand this. This man is a world champion fighter, and he's a former KGB. So you literally have a president who is a spy. So they know he's a chess master. Nobody's trying to go to war with him. He don't pick a fight that he ain't done won. So he knows what he's doing. He's just upset because he was the one that created the Minsk agreement. He crafted that document. It was during his time. Remember, he's been in power for 17 years. He had a 4-year break in between them. So it's the product of his work. So like anyone else, if you brokered a deal and then one of these people reneged, the responsibility is on you now to go and be like, no, this was not what happened. So that's what he's doing. That's why he said anybody that interferes is going to have consequences like you've never seen before. And he's right, in my opinion, for saying that, because they didn't interfere when he had to go and settle the issues because this country borders his borders, right? So now that he's reinforcing what they all agreed to, they're spinning this whole cycle differently.
Yeah, Ukraine vowed to be a neutral country when they separated from the Soviet Union. Yep. They going back on their word.
Exactly, and that's it. And that's why he's not going to let them do it, because as it is, he is the only nuclear one there. Everybody, even Canada, we don't have nukes. We all stepped back. Everybody has been disarming, and it's being America. It's America, India, and you know this, India is a big-ass country, and nobody fucks with India, because India's position was very straight across the board after Kashmir and Pakistan. So when you look at the G7 countries, you just look who are those countries, you already know how the vote's going to go. And even if the UK Parliament passes something, nothing can pass in Commonwealth without royal assent. So the Queen needs to sign off. That's why Putin did what he did when he did it. The Queen's laid up right now.
I don't know if the Queen going to be signing